Greetings!
Hello!
Welcome to That Munch Life, CCG edition, Tank and Brandon edition. Tank got his cards finally, so he's going to play a Bard today. I rolled randomly, and I rolled Cleric, and I need to actually get my Cleric card.
Bear with me. This Bard deck has never been played because I've never played Bard.
Untested.
I think I made this deck for Dane.
There you are. Now, we're using the Zappifiers here, but it has been requested by a fan. You know who you are. Not naming names, but his first initial is Matt. That we use.
Does he even qualify for just being a fan anymore?
No, he is an official Top City gamer.
Yeah.
So,
no, he lives nowhere near Top City.
Right. But you know,
we adopted him.
I say, you provide hardware, you get to be a you get to be a member. So, and when we go to FNordCon in April, we're going to have an actual episode, like IRL, and have an episode with Matt. So,
yeah.
So he requested that we have the kilometers here, so you can see our damage totals in so better.
Real time.
Yeah, it's much better than this one. And I'm going to talk to a friend of mine who has a 3D printer and see if we can get like an updated version of these things, because I have an idea to combine this and these things, the runaway marker and the level marker, in place of this, so it can all be together, just as an idea. Because I think that would be really cool too. So like the runaway marker could be like a little flip switch thing, just like a little window, like where on an airplane bathroom where it says vacant or occupied, it'll just say runaway, limp away. And then
the turn markers.
The turn marker would be in place of one of these where it would just say 1 through 10, like it does now, and it'll just represent your level instead. So hey, that's the idea that I had. Yeah, basically.
I think that would work.
Yeah. Let's see. You've got your own Bard. Did you want the shiny one instead?
No.
Okay.
I got the weird one, remember?
Oh, yeah.
The John Kovalik one.
Kova! Big up to Kova. And I like the shiny ones because it actually has artwork on the front and back of the hero card. You can still get the shiny hero pack on Warehouse 23. It's like $8 for the 6 heroes. It's worth it because the artwork is all new, and that's all fun. So I randomly rolled Cleric. I chose one of my Cleric decks. I did not choose the Where the Hell Are We deck.
That would just be mean.
That would just be mean. I think I'm going to keep that one for posterity because it's just such a fun deck. I just like having it. It's mostly for display purposes, just to show how darn whimsical it can be. But I think I'm going to make a version, like a heavy location version of a deck that I'm going to try to make competitive.
Okay.
Like, not 20 locations, but maybe like 10.
10 to 15, yeah.
10. I'm thinking maybe 12 would be on the edge of playability. And I might not even make it a Cleric deck. I would have to put 3 copies of the Inn in a deck that wasn't a Cleric deck.
And you'd have to put in some serious card draw.
Some serious card draw. The thing is, once we found out that coming into play Zapped does not affect the effect of the location, the Inn can actually be your second location, and it doesn't affect anything.
It's true.
You don't have to squish the first one for it to be your second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this deck is, as I said, it's experimental. It's tentatively called Badger Metal.
Badger Metal. But 6.
Shit.
2. Ooh. Fans will know this deck here pretty soon of my Cleric decks. Okay, he's turned away. I'm actually going to take the mulligan, and I'm going to show you why, because that's the only loot I drew, and it's a big one, so that's not really going to be helpful for the beginning of the game. And yes, I did draw one of those, but that would take like all of my gold at the beginning, even if I went second, and that would take too long to put out. That costs too much. Like, this is mid-game stuff and late-game stuff, so I'm going to take the mulligan. So while I'm shuffling, Tank will show his off.
Let's see.
I'm shuffling, not stacking.
He's shuffling. He plays fair. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this because I got a bunch of good early game stuff in here. That's definitely going to be useful. So is that. But yeah, I really like this hand. Okay.
Okay. And when you take the mulligan, you have to take the second draw. You can't just keep doing it.
Yep.
Alright. I'll go second.
Okay.
There you are.
That's fine with me.
It's fine. I'm having a tasty beverage. This episode not brought to you by Sugar-Free Red Bull, but certainly fueled by it.
On his side. I'm fueled by cabbage and anger.
Yes, Tank actually has the paradoxical effect when it comes to caffeine, so it puts him to sleep.
Copious amounts. I can drink coffee, it just won't affect me.
Right, is it? The more you know.
Hairspray.
So if he gets an energy drink, it's the unleaded one, right? The Monster Unleaded. But so it has the taurine and stuff in it, but not the caffeine.
Monster Unleaded's gone.
Really?
They stopped making that about a year ago. But Bang has a bunch of caffeine-free different flavors, and they're really good. They're just not cheap because energy drink.
Right. Uno. All right, what do you got? Uno.
Commentator, and I'm going to go ahead and bravado.
You and your tater. All right, well,
3 damage.
I'll avoid one.
And I get to draw a card. And then I will do the thing.
The thing. Thing?
Thing, dear, would you please answer the door?
Lurch, answer the door. You rang.
Actually, I have one more thing. Can I go ahead and do it?
Yeah.
Sorry. I forgot, sorry. So danger zone's out.
Oh. It's.
And now it's your turn.
Nana. Danger zone. I did that to Devin Lewis, the co-creator of the game, who is particularly fond of the Bard. I was talking to him on Zapped and Squished one day, and he was talking about our content and how fond he is of it. Holy shit.
I'm sorry, Devin. I really am.
Holy shit. And, like, he talked about the Build-A-Bard workshop video in particular. I'm like, really? Like, really? Like, almost fell out of my chair. And I'm like, okay, I have to do this because I might not ever have another opportunity. Devin. Picture of the Danger Zone card.
Did he block you at that moment?
No, he thought that was hilarious.
I would have blocked you.
Yeah, I mean, friends are good news. So, alright, so I'm done now. Do 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 do. I'm going to put out the baggage check. During each hero's reckoning step, if any hero controls 3 or more loot, that hero must squish one target loot they control.
Ooh. That's,
How much does it have to have out before it affects?
If you have 3 or more, so you can only have out 2 and keep them.
Okay. That's going to be painful with a bard.
You might notice that is kind of
the point.
well, it's like, that is unusual for a deck that I have, since I'm normally the loot guy.
Yeah.
I refer you to the Terrific Roll deck.
Every cleric deck you own. 3 of your warrior decks.
The Cinematic Encumbrance Limits deck is one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous.
I love that deck so much.
It's a deck that existed back when ammo magazines did not run out. And cars were bulletproof.
Yes.
You children have no idea what you missed.
And when punks felt lucky. I'm just going to buy 2 barbarians and then be done.
Okay.
Alright, well, first I'm going to bootleg booty your hairspray.
Ouch.
Squish it, and then I heal the star.
Jesus.
Then I'll see what it is.
The free bird.
Hey, look, it's a free bird.
Alright, fine. You play on my glass dong.
Comes out zapped.
Yep.
Oh no, he can squish a loot with it. I also just woke up, and I just took my meds, which includes my diet pill, which has a stimulant in it. Then I drank a Red Bull. So if about halfway through this video I start getting extra wacky, you know what.
You won't notice.
You might notice. I'm not on meth.
God, we had somebody squirting goat on in the bathroom the other day.
Oh, fun.
2 brothers in the same stall. At least that's what they were claiming they were. Well, they claimed that they were peeing together.
Were they 7?
They came out doing that thing, but my coworker swore he heard a zipper.
Where do you keep your cocaine at?
Somebody's going to end up blue tonight.
Are you done, sir?
I am done.
Excellent.
Because you screwed me, sir.
Yes. All right.
I'm not even going to finish the rest of my sentence because, you know, PG-13. It's supposed to be family friendly. Liar.
It's a family show. Don't have to swear. And all of that is too expensive.
Yeah, family show. But we have Hank on board. So it's not a family show. No.
Indeed. Done. A family show, like Family Guy.
I go ahead and pay one. But DJ Tim! And then I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to pay another one. Do a damage to you.
Avoid.
There's times I just want to hit him with claw.
Also, Warehouse 23 had a sale on Munchkin shirts. So a lot of the guest artist shirts were like $7, and so I just went through and found the 3 that they still had in my size because they were on clearance. They're like, we're out of this one, and like this size. I'm like 2X, no. This one still has larges. All right, this one has 3X, not quite. Hey, that one still has a 5X left.
All right,
Done.
your turn. I'm going to while you're going. Just, break it.
Uh-huh. Should I do that? Or should I do that? I will do that. I'm going to give you amateur acupuncture.
Ooh.
So you cannot heal. Heal point. Here. And done.
Okay.
Because I didn't get a mask. Alright. These dreads! If you dreads! I'll avoid dreads. You're not biting me, dreads! He bit, but it didn't take. Now you have to decide, is it a potato or is it a blueberry?
Those are your only 2 choices. What does it matter?
Neither of them do damage. Or is it another dread? Is he making a version of my 0 to hero deck? Is he trying to? What do you got?
By the way, no, I'm not making a version of yours. It's a potato!
It's a potato.
It's a very special potato.
No, I don't want fries with that. No, no.
Alright. I'll do the thing. Your turn.
Hmm. In a shocking turn of events, I choose to do nothing.
I think Brandon's being locked. This might be my lucky day. Oh, where am I going?
I don't know.
Canvas.
Is it? There's no land out.
No land.
That'd be fun for like the Where the Hell Are We 2.0, where like just put a bunch of like location squish monsters in there. Just have a bunch of expendable locations. Like oh, I have to squish a location for that. That one. Because most of them do extra damage because you have to squish a location to do it.
And I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 for Transylvania Twist. Flip your runaway number.
Okie dokie.
And I get to take one of those back because it's a 2 or more treasure.
Correct.
Or mission, sorry.
Easy. Well, then that seems like something that needs to be smited unseen.
Do I get my gold back?
Yes. Bye, Badger.
Badger. You don't know what that is? I'm sorry.
Ask your parents.
Ask your parents.
About memes. And I got one of my gold back for that, too.
Now the question is, which one is it?
Is it a potato? Show me a potato. Yes! I'll avoid
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
I am the dread pirate Roberts.
I have come to devour your soul. I'm so glad they're not going to play. Everybody is united in one thing. Not remaking that movie. The only one I've seen that I will watch is a Muppets version.
The Muppet version would
That
be
is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoever came up with that needs to be hired.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
The thing.
Okay.
Three.
Okay, bring it.
Use the dynamites.
Oh, well. Shakedown. Reduce it by 2.
Reduce
Unless you pay me.
unless I pay you a gold.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? I only got one left. And I have to squish target location, so baggage check.
Alright.
It wasn't really doing anything.
I take 4.
4.
Yes, that is much nicer.
And that was all me gold. Done.
Runaway model.
Since it's experimental, like I might have some input on this at the end. Even if we don't play another game after, we might stick around afterwards for the post game and like see if he needs, see if we change anything out. Yeah, I got positive feedback on our post gaming after the last one, so we might just go along and see what might need to be changed. Cause like he put out the runaway model, which I haven't seen him play before, so I'm thinking, I'd like to see what his strategy is on using that. So. All right.
Dreads.
Avoid. Dreads hasn't actually done any damage yet, but you know, he's a go-getter.
Screw Your turn.
Do the thing.
Yes, the thing. Because neither of us are drawing anything useful.
Right. They're in there. I know they're in there.
Yeah, we both know they're in there because we put them in.
Yeah.
I think I know one thing that does need to change to this.
What?
Output.
Output?
Damage output.
Maybe. I'll say you got your early game and late game going on, so. Three. Use the dynamite!
Ouch.
I'm gonna go ahead and unslap it so that I don't have to squish the danger zone, because I like the danger zone.
Okay, well, let's, you know what? I think I'm going to try this, and you can tell me if it's wrong or not.
Okay, he's
I'm
wrong.
going to go ahead and irresistible disco my runaway model. She becomes zapped before the combat, so that means she's already used.
No, you already committed her to the combat. Yeah, you
So-
can't do that.
Can't do that.
Nope.
Damn, I was trying to save her.
Nope, she did.
She did. She did. Very good.
Very deep. She other way deep. I say you, he did.
Just too bad that didn't work.
Nope, you gotta do that beforehand. Once it's committed, it's committed. Hence the clever word. I kind of figured he'd know what that was and try to save his danger zone. Done.
Two. Runaway model. Two.
All right, what do you got?
It's dreads.
Double dreads. All of my dreads. It did make me question it that he overpaid for that. Like, what you got there, Sonny? Classic.
Hey, that's me.
It's a classic German fruit cake made with lead. Why is there gold in Goldschlager? Well, Tinschlager was already taken, and Leadschlager had a lot of diminishing returns. 5. Hey, you know that gong we were talking about? It's Blarg!
Holy shit!
So I don't destroy it.
Oh.
Weapons aren't destroyed. You actually block one. You do 2 damage to Blarg. And then so you take 4. And I do 2 damage to a target monster in your stash. So I kill Dreads, unless you want to pay 1 to regen him.
Yeah, I'll pay 1 to regen him.
Okay, so
Change!
So face down for regen. And since I killed something, I have 2 barbarians. I get to draw 2 cards. Well, that's not useful. Thanks, Dick. 2.
Ally.
He's a first oxide monster.
Ouch.
So 2 damage on your roll.
Okay.
See, what I was hoping for there is that he would have been that he was going to try to be clever and use that irresistible disco that I know he has, and unzap is gone. Then I would have killed the gone.
1 point.
Or 1 gold. Safety dance.
Okay. Done. So the guest artist one says, "I'm a star." I'm a star. And I got this cool little beverage conveyance from my workplace. They gave me a cup and say I work at the Cyrus Hotel, and it has the emblem on it, and it's very cool. So this is free advertising for my hotel. There you go. There you go, Cyrus.
Go visit it. It's actually a gorgeous hotel.
It's a very nice hotel, and I work there, so you can come see me IRL.
And he can request me to show up.
Right.
Not that anybody's gonna want that. Nobody wants that.
I actually have a Skype playdate with a subscriber on Saturday in South Africa. Top City Gamers has gone international. I'm so pleased about this. South Africa, 7 hours ahead.
Oh, yeah, maybe I should have struck my mustache.
7 hours ahead. So it'll be 3 p.m. when I get off work and start like at 8 a.m. when we're gonna play. It'll be 3 p.m. for him. So it's kind of hard to schedule games. True, you say?
Yeah. Kind of hard to schedule games. This is going to be great once we go to Japan or China.
I'd say, unless of course you're us, which I work overnights, so I'm already on GMT. I'm gonna run away. And your runaway model heals 1 when you run away, right?
Yep.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was when you run away or when your opponent runs away. I think that's the Cowardly Canyon is when your opponent runs away, you get to take a goal.
Yep.
Yeah. 4. Alright, what you got, 4 boy?
Badger.
Badger! What does that do?
When a weapon deals damage to him, that reduce that damage to 0, but
Okay, so
it's
it
just a 1/1 otherwise.
still just does 1 damage. I would avoid that damage.
Peggle. Zap. You can't avoid it.
I can't avoid it. Aw, he did damage to me. You made me bleed my own blood.
Twice. And then
We're up to level 8, and he finally did a 2nd damage to me. Bring the tater.
There's Tater.
None slap the tater, so you can't draw a card.
You. Grammar tank, language. We'll be right back after I smack him in the head with a shovel.
So much fun.
Alright, your turn.
Okay. I'll use that. Back and draw. Okay, well that's mildly interesting. Alright, I'll put out a big baby bandage in case you make me bleed somehow. I don't even know if there's bleed in there. The only dedicated Bard bleed card is Bleeded Out, which you can pay to take off. So it's more of an annoyance card. That's why it's in my Bard bleed deck. pay 1
But,
and they have to
okay.
pay 2 to take the bleed off.
But let's look at it this way. It's barred. All it is annoying the piss out of your enemy until they either give up or shoot
No.
you.
I was just saying it's more than annoyance because shakedown makes them pay unless they to avoid the effect. Bleed it out makes them pay to get rid of it. Then you go, oh yeah, 3 fucking final countdowns.
Yep.
And you go, oh. And then screaming fans, you have to draw a card. No, groupies. Groupies make you draw a card. Screaming fans is they get a +1 for every face down card in your stash. Which the greatest.
No, it's the other way around.
Is it the other way around?
I think it's the other way around.
Tell us in the comments. But if you do, the fun part is,
Like groupie the fuck out of me.
yeah, if you do the fun thing that is, if you have a way to have a couple of heal effects, then you just cheat your ass off like 6-7 times. If you have a lot of card draw, I want it all. And then you just cheat your ass off, and they're calling you on it, like oh no, all this, and then you go, oh, but I have these, can't touch this, and I'll put some damage on the big monsters that I avoided last time with damage or whatever, and so it's not going to kill those monsters, and you're being too big for your britches. So I have like 9 cards over here now, and then groupies.
No, you beat me the other day with a green staff. Like literally, you beat me to death. They were doing like 12 damage on average.
That was fun. 5. Gong. Blarg. Second verse, same as the first. Bye, Tater.
Fuck you. You, sir, can go to hell.
And I get to draw 2 cards.
Save me a hot rock.
Save me a hot rock. Hot rock. Me father was a lizard.
What the hell is that fucking sailor's name? One from Family Guy, no one eye, no arms, no legs.
Seamus.
Seamus.
Yar, me father was a tree.
What's wrong, Seamus? Are you okay?
Come on, Seamus. Just go talk to her.
Ah,
Just go talk to her. Just go talk to her. Runs over to the coffee table. You want to dance? No? Okay.
trying to catch the eye of that feisty one over there. That's the table.
That's the table, Jim.
I'm gonna run away.
Okie dokie.
Yay. Okay, kill. For the disco.
For the disco.
And then I'm gonna. Oh wait, that doesn't have a zap effect, does it?
No.
Come on.
Okay. It just sits there, ominously. Done. Yeah, I got a serious lack of loot this game. I know there's loot in here. Alright.
Tater.
A new tater! Alright, no damage, so go ahead. I don't have another non-slap right now. I really just did that for spite before.
Pay 3. Final countdown.
Ooh. Now there's a card I really want to draw.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, that's gonna hurt, he says. Alright, then show it to me.
Take a bit.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just avoid it. That's what we call table talk. I like that.
Yay! I got praised.
I almost ran away from that. Do the thing.
I was hoping you'd kill it.
I didn't have another smite unseen.
It's like, just kill the damn thing. Take 2 damage.
Alright. Unzap that and draw it.
Because that's the beautiful thing about Final Countdown.
Yeah.
It's not a bleed.
Right.
So Big Baby Bandage does nothing.
That is correct. I avoided the damage from it with my cleric.
Okay.
And, oh, hey, look, a holy symbol.
Pay 1. It's autographed.
Ooh. When this loot zaps its controller spells too. Well. Alrighty.
Spilling's considered drawing, isn't it?
No.
Damn.
Specifically not.
That would have been nice.
But while I have one of my super special cards out, I'm going to go ahead and bootleg booty your gong.
Can't do anything to stop that.
Get one back for that. And I get to heal 2 when I do that.
See, for the longest time, I thought you just weren't playing any loot because of the gong.
No, I just drew that.
Well, when you talked me into keeping the gong out, I was like, he doesn't have any loot. It's not going to affect him. He doesn't have any loot.
Yeah, I wasn't drawing any loot.
Hey, 1, is that DJ Tim?
Okay. Not a problem. Oh no, I'm up to 1. Again. Now let's see if he's okay with taking the damage. Just make me take the damage from drawing 2 cards from my barbarian.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. He's blind!
Puts me at 18, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
This is usually what it comes down to.
Fuck yes!
That's the 1.
Yeah.
He took my 1.
He just took all that. I drew 2 cards, which means I take 2 damage. That's fine. And then I got the Make Tank Cry card because in exchange for that I get 1 gold back from the 2 that I'm spending on Curse Reverse.
Ow! Ow!
And some Boots of Butt Kicking. And I will go ahead and zap it to kill Dreads. And I'll draw 2 cards for that, which I don't take damage for anymore.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Can't get me.
It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I drew an Angry Katana for that. And then I don't have anything else because I only have 2 walls left. And I'm done. Done. Breaking Point is usually for Ranger decks.
Yeah.
I built a Cleric Breaking Point deck.
Yeah, this does me no good.
And so you drew cards, so you take a damage. And then smack.
You did. Because I was going to play the Tater.
I was gonna play the Tater. He was gonna go out on his own terms.
Instead, I get whacked in the head.
With a cat.
Oh God! Oh God! And there's salt in my wounds.
That was the craziest ending. Like that. Okay, but because with that, I drew a Smite Unseen and a Tides Have Turned. So you weren't going to get a monster out at all. Okay, the MVP was Blarg. Because I couldn't get a weapon until the end.
That was my last draw card. The participation.
Participation ribbon. Use when you take 3 or more damage, draw 1 card.
I drew that and I was like, you know what? Screw it. Tater.
Tater. Well, yeah, let's say for this is a updated version of my lockdown deck. I kind of changed that a little bit because the cards I had in my hand for destroying his stuff, Dynamites for locations, Gelatinous Rube for stuff, Fashionable for armor, Ferrous Oxide Monster for weapon. Crazy. So, okay. And then, like, I had the Big Baby Bandage that stops bleed. Boots of Butt Kicking that can kill.
Which there isn't any bleed in this.
Exactly. So I didn't know. So, like, the Big Baby Bandage is kind of a gamble in most decks. It's usually good to have. But you can use it to basically fuel discard powers. And it can sit there as long as you have the Stars to spare, but you won't be sad if you have to get rid of it. So if something says that you can get rid of a loot that you have to get more damage for something, then you won't be sad to get rid of it if the other person doesn't have any bleed or hasn't shown that they have bleed in that deck. So it's kind of a good utility card for that to shift your strategy if they're not showing that they have any bleed. I didn't have to use my Holiest Symbol after you autographed it. The Barbarian Blarg combo saved my bacon because I drew that Curse Reverse with it. Holy shit. The Angry Katana, I killed him with a cat.
Oh God, there's salt. It's in my freaking raccoon wounds.
It's in my raccoon wounds. I haven't said that since season 1. But
I think there is a trash panda in this deck. I do love that card.
I didn't know if he had any heal in there. The thing is, can't touch this specifically doesn't say heal, so that gets around this. So I don't know if you have any can't touch this in there.
I don't think I have any can't touch this, period.
But I don't know if you have any heal in there, but that was kind of prophylactic, and I didn't have anything else to spend gold on that turn, so I figured it was worth it to do that.
See, I was trying to get her out.
Maneater, that's actually really good against a cleric.
She's one of my favorite cards too. She's gorgeous.
Oh, my whatever, Mancy. Like, I was thinking about zapping my Holiest Symbol to get rid of the final countdown. And if I did, I would have spilled my Curse Reverse.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, if you had gotten rid of it, you wouldn't have needed your Curse Reverse.
Yeah, but the thing is, I could have Curse Reversed the autographed.
That's true.
But you didn't have any loot out.
Nope.
Because I got rid of that. Because I wanted to keep my Holiest Symbol. Like, if I were you, if I had been you, I wasn't going to tell you to do it because I'm fair, but I'm not going to give him strategies. If I were you, as soon as that holiest symbol came out, I would have went gonged. Just like 1 second, gonged. Because if I'd have had the final countdown, I don't offhand, I can't remember a final countdown was in play when I put the holiest symbol out.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
It was that just before that.
Okay, so because holiest symbol does have the zap pay 1, get rid of all cards stuck to your hero.
So I didn't know that.
So it's either heal 2 or get rid of all cards stuck to your hero. So I thought that you were just going to, that you were hurrying up to put the autocraft on it so that I wouldn't spill to get rid of the cards stuck to my hero. Also a good play. I would have gonged it immediately. I would holiest symbol, gonged. 1 second.
Yeah, as I said, this is my first time playing a board, so.
And that's fine. And I'm good going through and post gaming it. Go ahead and get your deck back out. Let's look at that a little bit. I had whatever Mancy. I didn't get my Shallow Glaive out. I would have loved to have killed Dreads with the Shallow Glaive. Just to be mean. That's more of the lockdown deck. Tides have turned for lockdown. Red Tunic is more in the lockdown because that's kind of an anti-wizard card. That way he can kaboom me and nothing happens. The Just Desert, that's more for the Barbarian card draw gambit because the Just Desert is do 2 damage to target stashed monster on Reckoning. I love that. But the thing is, it's not optional. So if you're the only one with stashed monsters during your Reckoning, you have to pick your own. The Ally Oop, that's for the Gelatinous Rube Gambit. You can pay 6 gold and do 6 damage to your enemy. Healing Salvo, obviously. The One Bling, I didn't get that one, and I love that.
That's what I needed to draw. For
Yes,
the last turn.
yes.
The Make Overlord.
The Make Overlord. Bootleg Booty, obviously. Hip Star, a very powerful card. To me, that is one of the most overpowered cards in the game. Corey likes to complain about the used card dealer. Just because I use it in a very powerful way a lot.
Dick way.
In a very dick way, especially in the Ranger Things deck. But the Hip Star is far more powerful, in my opinion, because it has a really powerful monster ability, and it's 2 gold for 3 damage. Usually anything that has a really powerful ability, it's underpowered on the damage.
I have to go on record. This is on video.
Uh-huh.
I apologize. I was wrong. Groupies does make me draw a card.
Aha! I was right. And then to go along with the holiest symbol, I also have a thingamabob, or I think I have 2 thingamabobs in here. Nope, I just have the one. Yeah, I have a thingamabob in here, which unzap target trinket. So on your turn, I could actually heal 4 or heal 2 and squish cards stuck to my hero. So healing 4, passing the turn, or at the end of his turn, heal 4, my turn, heal 4. You can do a swing of 8 damage immediately. Sticky Shield, I believe, is the weakest card in this deck, but it's a good clutch card. Or another Zap Squish loot, or another Toss loot for fueling something. Tragedy of the Commons, if they put out a magic missile, you can keep them from putting out more. If they put out the final countdown, you can keep them from putting out more. And then whatever Mancy, stuff like that. So this is the updated version of the Lockdown deck. I think it has legs. I think it's doing better than the previous versions. But what do we got? What do we got Bard wise? Let me see here. Okay, we got groupies. We got the participation ribbon. Final countdown. That's helpful. Do you only have the one in there?
I only own 1 period.
Okay. I might lend you one and see how you do with more than 1 in there, because I think with this deck, if you were looking for another high gold monster, the tutor that you were looking for in that other deck, I don't think it'll work in that thief deck, but I think it might work in here.
Yeah, it might.
Because if you get the tutor, go get a final countdown. If you already have 1 on there, 2 becomes very devastating.
Yeah.
So, with another final countdown and a tutor, this could
Any
become
more
a
could be
juggernaut. I'm going to lay this out the way I lay out decks. You might have seen in the Build-A-Bard workshop how I lay out decks.
So, for somebody who's never built a barn,
Yes.
what do you think so far?
So far, I like it. It has legs. I think it's still a little preliminary. No offense. But let's see. Glass Gong. Everything. I love Glass Gong. I love Irresistible Disco. DJ Tim is very utility. The Runaway model. I'm on the fence on Runaway model.
I'm on the fence about it too. I put her in there for her healing ability.
Right, it heals one, but I think it would do better if it had 4 life instead of 3. There's a lot of monsters that you would put an ally in front of that would have 3 life, or that would have 3 damage, or be augmented to have 3 damage. So they're kind of a one and done for the most part. Transylvania Twist is a fun gotcha, and especially since you normally have the hairspray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good gambit. That's why I thought he was making a version of my Zero to Hero deck. Makeover Lord, good idea. Safety Dance, unzap target ally. That's a good final gambit with DJ Tim. Like if they're at 18 at the end, you go boom boom, done. Freebird, that's always nice with the hairspray because you get all your gold back when you play the Freebird, no matter how much he costs. Another Irresistible Disco. How many Irresistible Discos do you have in here?
I think I have
Do you have 2 or 3?
2.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Okay. Another DJ Tim. The Maneater. I like the Maneater because it zaps the other person's hero card. So if they're relying on that hero zap ability as a clutch, like if the wizard's looking, if the wizard's looking to lower the cost of a mischief later, especially if you already have the danger zone out, if they're doing math to do a cheap kaboom later, especially if they have their Staff of Magic out. Because if you do the Glass Gong Gambit and get rid of their Staff of Magic, or if you just zap their hero with the Maneater, then you ruin their math very fast by doing that. Autographed, that can ruin their plans very quickly too. I believe I want to call this preliminarily the best laid plans deck.
This needs to go in.
What's up?
Starstruck.
Yes, I adore Starstruck.
I only own the 1.
You may have noticed. Really, a core common? You only have 1.
I don't actually have a
I
whole
think I
lot of
have
Bard
extras.
cards.
Okay.
Most of the cards I've drawn are Ranger, which is weird.
Right, because you traded me most of your Bard because I went kind of Bard crazy.
Right, that's right.
Starstruck, I believe it was in. Was it the Matt and I episode? No, it was the Die Bard with a Vengeance, the Bard mirror match with Corey.
Oh, yeah.
I starstruck his DJ Tim. No, I starstruck his bodyguard. And he got pissed. Commentator, very fun because hairspray and it has the card draw. It has 2 life for a 1 cost. That's very nice. I like that. 2 autographed. Wow. I think one of those might be expendable. Maybe. I'm gonna put that up here. I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile. Danger Zone, love it. Keep it. It's in all of my Bard decks. I don't think that is in dispute at all, ever. 99 bottles, on the fence. I think an encore ability that has a discard ability is not great. I would go with Roar or
I've got roar.
I want it all 100 times before I go.
No, I've got
final.
roar in there.
In here.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
I might get you a. I have a proxy of I want it all. We might try that for some card draw. Elvish Impersonator, no question. Every deck should have
He's
at
hilarious.
least one. Because it's monstrous and it's a 3 direct damage to target monster. You can wave it in, go, oh, he has this 3 gold monster, wave it in. And they're like, oh, well, wow, I didn't know he was going to wave it in. And then they pull this 3 gold monster with 3 life on it. You go, Elvis. Tiny Unicycle, 2 of them I don't know. I think you only need 1 Tiny Unicycle. It has an interesting but kind of weak ability, unless you have a deck really dedicated to trying to cycle cards. Like my Hot Poker deck really needs to cycle cards. So maybe 2 unicycles is not a great idea.
No, probably not.
Groupies. I love groupies. Yeah, groupies makes you draw 1 card, makes your opponent draw 1 card, which in conjunction with the final countdown, if you're going to have multiple groupies, definitely have multiple final countdowns. 99 bottles. We might keep one of those, but again, I'm putting them in the questionable territory. Shakedown, that's an interesting one to have, just as a, like, throw your opponent off balance. Like, oh, now they have to make a decision math-wise. Do they want to keep that gold for their turn, or do they want to give you one to fuel the rest of their turn? Honey Badger, you love the Honey Badger. We all love the Honey Badger. It's expensive for only 1 damage, but
Thinking about swapping it out for an Orcs.
but weapons are useless against it. If you're trying to trade it out for a more expensive, that might be the one that we trade out for the tutor.
Okay.
So I'll put it in the questionable category, but
I do like him, though.
you do like him, so I'm just putting it in like questionable.
I think I have 2 in there.
Yeah. So let's see, another Transylvania twist. I do like that. Maybe instead of 2 Transylvania twists, you might go with a blue suede shoes because they're reusable.
I've got some of those.
And if you have the hairspray, but like maybe 1 and 1 instead of.
What number is hairspray?
What number is hairspray? It is number 94 in Fast and Furious. Safety dance. I've got multiples of those. Elvis. One of my favorite monsters from Fast and Furious, the sharp-dressed man. Love it.
Nope, I don't have another hairspray.
And it deals 1 damage to the defender for each weapon they committed to the fight. I think that's interesting, but the art is hilarious on here as well. He's pretty funny. And he can do extra damage, especially like with the cinematic encumbrance limits deck, where I'm probably going to have to commit multiple weapons to any time that you commit 3 gold to a combat. I'm probably going to put like an 11-foot pole, maybe a cudgel, and unless I have epic loot out, or I'm sitting here with a I can never remember what the one is that adds 2 to a monster or weapon. It's not thwack, that's the one where you zap a weapon and do its damage. Whatever. The one that adds 2 to a weapon's damage. Unless you're sitting there with one of those. Sonic Shield, love it. Always have one of those. And if you have expendable mischiefs, like Sonic Shield is so useful. There is a roar, okay.
Thought I had extra one.
Yeah. Walking Dreads, great to have those in there, just to suck up weapon damage from the other guy. Make him use up those weapons. If you've got the gold to spare because Danger Zone, your mischiefs are cheap, then you've got the gold to regenerate him, and with the Bard, you just put him back in your hand, put him back out. So if the other person has 3 or 4 weapons in play, you can cycle those weapons really quick and get out something good. Participation ribbon. That's card draw. I kind of like that, but you have to take 3 or more damage for it. I'm going to put that in the maybe category. We might keep it. Maybe an air guitar. Another commentator. Another free bird. And there's the other honey badger. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. So in place of one of these 99 bottles, I'm going to give that back, and I'm going to put the Starstruck in because that was not a question. Where did it go? There it is. Proxy box. A lot of these are thought experiments. We can put the real ones in later, but for some of the V-rares, we use proxies. You know that. We're keeping some of them in the top loaders, so we're using proxies for some of these. We're going to replace one of these honey badgers with a mnemonic tutor.
Okay.
And then... No, and then...
And then... That actually be one of my decks. Holy shit.
Wow, you only have 1 weapon in here. You need another weapon. 2 irresistible discos, that's fine.
Chopsticks?
0 star. You're not full on star. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. You only have 9. Well, 10, 11, 12 stars. You have 12 stars, and 3 of them are in dispute. So you only have 9 technical stars in play right now, and 2 of them are Zap Squish stars.
So okay, these 2 are both good. Grass Kicker and Vuvuzela.
Vuvuzela would be good because you do have a lot of mischiefs, and we're looking to put 1 more. Vuvuzela combined with Danger Zone and a large amount of mischiefs is a fairly powerful combination.
So you want to Vuvuzela?
It's not a bad idea. So Vuvuzela, which means let's take out that other tiny unicycle.
Okay.
Oh. Here we are. Instead of 99 bottles, I'm going to put in I Want It All. I'm low on them, so I just have a proxy.
For the tiny unicycle, I have a tip jar.
Vuvuzela accomplishes basically the same thing as a tip jar, but it's a weapon.
That's true. I have another glass column too. So.
I would like to work her in if I could.
Lucy in the Sky? Maybe.
Do like her ability.
What does she do? She's a roll effect. Remove all committed weapons from the fight and move them to their owner's hoard, keeping them zapped. Or the die roll has no effect. That's fun! I like that. Here. Let's say we're kind of working more towards the hairspray gambit, because we have the blue suede shoes in place of one of the Transylvania twists, so we're kind of banking more heavily on that one. So I would say, since we have I want it all with slightly more card draw, I would say maybe one of the commentators.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So there you are. Opinion?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
So-
I actually might have one of those.
Really? I thought you traded me for the one that you had.
I might just have. Because you only had one for the longest time. You wanted a second.
Yeah.
Which sets that out.
That is Fetch.
Then yeah, I don't have that one.
Okay. That would be Fetch. Sorry, YouTube. That is a 1/2. That is 1 gold for a 1/2, but it has a flaunt ability to go get a mischief out of your discard pile. So it's kind of like a one more time, but it doesn't cost anything. But it does. You have to get rid of the monster to do it. So personally, I would say replace a free bird.
Okay.
And then, so put a fetch in there. Because that can accomplish the same thing, because it's a small monster, you can still hairspray it, and then when you're done with it, when you get farther up and you're putting out mnemonic tutors and honey badgers, when you get more gold, then you can then you're done. Or if somebody gets rid of your hairspray and you're putting out the larger ones, then you can use it to go get back your Elvish Impersonator, start putting him out as a monster. Let's see. It's a fun card, but I don't suggest it in this set, but I'll give you the option because I did make some proxies of it.
Yeah. I mean, it is a fun card.
It is a fun card, but maybe a different set if you want to make if you want to go all in on a heavy monster deck. That's a fun one.
There's one in the Thief deck I made the other day.
Yeah, I'm thinking Wizard.
It would be great in a Wizard deck.
A Wizard, if you have 2 underground monster fights, that's a great one to go underground monster fight, get a crap load of gold, because
It would be good in Ranger deck too.
Also true, but the gambit that I think of is Staff of Magic, Zap your hero. Underground monster fight is free.
Yeah.
Get all 4 gold. Violent Vivification, take 1 damage, unzap your hero, do it again. Resurrector set, get both of those monsters back. You've spent nothing except 1 life to get 8 gold.
It's true.
And then if you have both of your other Violent Vivifications, you can spend all 8 of those gold for 2 kaboons.
Yeah, and just completely wipe the board.
And that's half of the other person's life, and you've spent nothing. You can do that.
You've
Technically,
taken 1 damage.
You can technically do that on turn 3 because this is a 3 level 3 thing. It comes into play zapped, but if you have accessorize, you can unzap it right when you put it out. So if you've done 10 damage to them before that on the previous 2 turns because you got a good draw and you're okay with exploding yourself on the first 2 turns, you're done. Like, that's it.
That's Resurrector set, by the way.
Yeah, that's a Resurrector set. That is the W rare from Grave Danger.
Pay attention, because I'm never going to play a wizard deck.
Yes, he is. I'm going to make him do
I'm
it.
too dense.
Yeah. I'll make him play with my nuclear option deck to make him see how fun it is.
I think you have had it.
Let's see. Necromancer, Death of the Party. You don't have enough monsters to justify Death of the Party. If you can play with a... if you can play with a cleric deck, which I've seen you do, we made you do, then you can play with a wizard deck. Eye of the Tiger is fun.
I've got some.
It has a survivor ability of look through the face down cards in your stash, choose one and move it to your hand, then return the rest to your stash face down. So basically you get to unstash something for free. It's a 3 for a 2/2. And then I would say take out this autographed.
Okay.
Put that in. And then I would say participation ribbon out, put in another final countdown,
Okay.
which I'll find my other one. It's probably behind the computer. I'll get it in a minute. I don't want to have to move the computer to get to it. My the drawer with all my Bard cards is behind the computer, and then
That's my extra Bard cards. All sets.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how many like Blarg Bard I have, I think.
And yes, there's a little bit of everything in there from every set.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know more. So we're missing one card there. I'm gonna put in that other final countdown. So with the mnemonic tutor, you can go get any card you want. It's not a survivor ability, so even if they kill it, you can go get whatever you want. I'd say the only other thing would be if you were okay with like one less ally putting in a used card dealer.
Yeah, take out the
One of the runaway models. Okay. Take out a runaway model. We'll put in a used card dealer. Do you have one or do you need a proxy?
I'm sure I have one.
Okay. Because I ran out. I mean, it's such a useful card. I have a fair number of them.
It's 4, isn't it?
It's core number 68. 66, I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, Blandy.
Blandy, you're a fun card. What a good deck you would make. Out of them?
Yeah, I guess I'm out of them.
Okay. We'll put in a proxy for now. As soon as Tank gets a job, we're probably going to celebrate by buying him a box of core. But here's your other
At least a box of 4.
We'll get him a box of core and then probably split a box of something else. He does have a birthday coming up in about a couple of months, so
Yeah, my birthday kind of sucks.
yeah, that's why I always try to make it a day of itself. I did the same thing with my mother.
You do, and so does Talon.
Yeah.
That's always makes it up.
See, and he came back before his birthday this year. He left in March. His birthday's in December. So he came back before his birthday this year, so we'll go to to the place to do the thing.
Beer.
But yeah, we don't have time for another episode tonight, so we might do one tomorrow with the upgraded Bard deck, and we'll see how that does. So I'll probably get this one up tonight. We'll probably try to do one tomorrow. We might get Corey over here. Maybe you can play against Corey with the new Bard deck.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I don't
So
get to play against too much.
yeah, so maybe we can get one with him and Corey playing against each other, and maybe get a 3-player game with regular. We might make a day of it. So I'm back on my sleep schedule, so everything is good. So in the meantime, tell me what you think of the process here. What do you think of his new Bard deck? That would be 2 DJ Tims, a Runaway Model, Makeover Lord, the Danger Zone, Used Card Dealer, Eye of the Tiger, Fetch, Sharp Dressed Man, Man Eater, Freebird, 2 Groupies, Lucy in the Sky, a Mnemonic Tutor, Honey Badger, Commentator, 2 Walking Dreads, a Vuvuzela, Glass Gong, Sonic Shield, Blue Suede Shoes, Hairspray, Tiny Unicycle, a Participation Ribbon, 2 Irresistible Discos, a Transylvania Twist, 2 Safety Dance, Autographed, Shakedown, Starstruck, I Want It All, Roar, 2 Elvish Impersonators, and it'll be 2 Final Countdowns when I get the other one. So
What would you name this deck again?
I had it.
Questionable Decisions or something like that?
I had it. What was it?
I think I stumped Brandon.
No, I didn't say. I had it. It was in my head. It's on here. I said it. I'll probably name the episode. No, I'll watch it again. I'll name it in the episode, but I'll probably text it to him later too. But in the meantime, tell me what you think about it.
If you have any suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, if you have any suggestions and what your Bard decks look like.
Actually, they have seen all of us play so much. If you have any suggestions for a deck you want to see us play and see if we can pull it off.
Yeah, and I've seen that too. I've suggested that before. If you have card lists, send them to us. TopCityGamers@gmail.
Even if it's not a card list, send us the concept. We'll figure it out.
Concept. Like a loose concept, we could probably put it together. But in the meantime, be sure to like, share, favorite, subscribe, pay it forward, send us money, be excellent to each other, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.